Hello, hello. Welcome to Handmade by Julia Quinn. And today I'm sharing with you this gorgeous Christmas card featuring a really fun watercolor technique that I taught at my watercoloring class last week. And I had one left over, so I thought, I can share it with you guys. Okay, what I have used to create this card is the beautiful Brightest Glow and Christmas Lights stamp sets. They are beautiful and they come with the Lights Aglow bundle, and there is the Lights Aglow dies and also the Twinkling Lights dies that coordinate with each of them, but they also work with each other as well. Alright, I'm also using the really super cool Santa's Express cards and envelopes, just because of the gorgeous colours, and it makes card making quick and easy. So I've got my lovely Santa's Express cards and envelopes there. Now here's my bits and pieces. I have done some ahead so that you don't have to watch me do the heat embossing, because actually the heat embossing is not that interesting because it's white on white and you can't actually tell. So here's the tree. I'm not sure whether you can see. If I put it up. Yeah. Anyway, I've heat embossed the tree. You have to take my word for it and cut it out. Okay. So cut out the tree using the coordinating die. And here is the stamp that I've used to do the heat embossing. Okay. So I've done that. I've also, with this die, this gorgeous, lovely tree die, I've already done the die cutting for this piece for inside the card. When you put it on top of the shaded spruce, look, I've got embossing powder everywhere. Sorry. When you put it over the top, it picks up all of the detail from the die. It just looks so beautiful. You know, that lovely little swags of colour there. So that's that die. And then this die out of the set creates this lovely rounded element. As you can see, I haven't popped out all of my bits and pieces there on that. It creates that rounded element, but I actually wanted a circle. So in order to complete that shape, what I did was use the largest scallop circle in the layering circles dies. And then I've got my circly element there ready for my greeting. Okay, so just put all that. That's the leftover tree bit. Okay, put them all over there out of the way. And now we can just start making the card. I don't usually like to use the paper underneath because I think sometimes it gets a bit distracting. But with the colouring, it's probably a really good idea to have a good surface on your table when you're doing this. I'm just trying to dust off all the embossing powder everywhere. So I'm just going to pop out. I can see a couple of bits that haven't quite cut out there when I've done my die cutting. Okay, so let's pop this one on there, ready to go. I'll just put some seal on over there. And I'm putting that on the top half of my shaded spruce. And then this is some of the Lights Aglow paper. I've got a little piece of Lights Aglow paper just to go down the bottom there on my card. Okay, to create that lovely inside image. Right, what I might do before I do anything else is to do my stamping. So I've got the beautiful Merry Christmas, and the greeting I've chosen for inside the card is hoping your Christmas shines bright with the love of family and friends, which I think is just beautiful. I've done something I don't normally do. I don't normally stick first. I usually stamp first. So I'm hoping that that works out nicely. And it's a little pale, but still there. My poor old ink pad's copped a bit of a hiding, I think. I might have to re-ink it. Okay, and then I'll stamp my Merry Christmas on there, on the centre of my beautiful circle die cut. Okay, so that's all the actual stamping complete for the card. Now here's the fun part that you actually came to see. What I'm going to do now is using my paintbrush. I'm using Shaded Spruce and also Daffodil Delight. So what I do, because our ink pads have the ink pad actually on the lid of the ink pad, I usually just squirt some re-inker into the tray because it doesn't tend to go anywhere. Because then when you close it up, it just sits on the shelf flat. Okay. And I'm going to use my Daffodil Delight first. I'll just squeeze this a little bit, make sure it's nice and wet. There we go. And add the gold tones. Well, I will colour the whole star on the top. Now, I know you probably can't see, and I've got my embossing position just where I can see the highlighted largest stars. And to be honest, it probably doesn't really matter. And one more over here. And seeing I've got a splodge of Daffodil Delight, I'm going to create one there. Okay, so there's my stars for my tree. I'll just clean off my brush here. Excuse me. Give it a nice squeeze, get rid of all of that lovely Daffodil Delight. Oh. I'm just going to use my baby's nappy for the last bit as I squeeze lots. There we go. Cloth nappies were the best thing. All my babies have grown up, but I've never ever got rid of my cloth nappies because I use them for so many things. Okay, now some Shaded Spruce. Once again, squeezing my brush so it's nice and wet. And this, I think, is just magical. When you add the beautiful deep tone, it just pops away from the heat embossing beautifully. Oh, actually, I forgot to tell you, I actually heat embossed this onto watercolor paper, which is pure cotton and really brilliant for watercoloring because it can take lots of moisture, doesn't pill, and also allows for gorgeous blending. I'm just going to work around might come back to, and I love the multi-tone, some light, some dark for my tree. Just adding a bit of dark tone and and a bit more up here. Now I'll go back and do around all my little stars. And to be honest, I don't really mind if the colour bleeds a little, because to me that looks more like the magical effect of the lights on the tree, where they tend to glow or bleed into each other. You know what I mean? Probably not explaining it very well, but just that sort of ethereal glow around the lights. And there we go. Sorry, I'm doing my tree sideways. It probably looks a bit odd. And last one. Oh, there's one I missed. I couldn't see that. Can you see how that's a slightly bigger star than the other ones on the tree? Okay, look at that. Oh, and I love the depth of, I'm going to add another little dark bit just here and just here. There we go. So it has sort of movement. There you go. There's my tree. I'm happy with that. I'll put it away over there so you can see it a bit better. You see that? Hello, everybody who's come to say hello. I will comment to you after the video. I can't see comments while I'm doing videos, so I really apologise for not interacting. But thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you learned something new. Okay, let's put the rest of our... Oh, I forgot a bit. I was supposed to make some pretty gold bits on this tree. Now, I hope I've got rid of all of the green now, otherwise I'm going to have green lights and not yellow. Okay, this star, And I'm just going to put a dot over here and a dot over there. A lot of little dots on the tree everywhere. It's a dotty kind of day. I used to teach infants another lifetime ago, and that was one of the songs we used to sing. There we go, almost done. Just picking up, there's embossed circles in case you can't see. So there's not only die cut circles, but there's tiny weeny little die cut stars, but there are little embossed circles on the tree, and that was what I was using as my place to put colour as my focal point. Okay, now the other part of this tree is actually the gorgeous stripy labels, Lights Aglow paper, and I've put it in a little alternating pattern. Let me show you the project that inspired this card so you can see where I'm coming from. So here's the card that inspired me. Can you see the similarities? They've used the gorgeous Lights Aglow paper and actually done die cutting and put glitter and stuff on it. I've gone far, far simpler and less detailed. I've just actually used the beautiful paper, let it do its own thing. And hence that's why I've got a circle image there, because it's got a circle behind the tree. That tree there has just been embossed with gold embossing powder. Doesn't it look beautiful? Absolutely stunning. Okay, back to my little card. Now to line up these pieces of designer paper, what I'm going to do is center my card according to my grid paper and then go from the very center and work my way out. So I've got one here and I'm just using the grid paper to line it up. This is sort of cheating a bit, but it just makes it easier to line them all up and keep them nice and straight. There we go. One more there. And using my grid paper again. And it'll be crazy if they're not straight, hey, after going to all this trouble. But thank goodness I've got a tree to go over the top to hide any irregularities. There we go. How'd we go? It sort of looks straight a bit. Okay, we'll pop our Merry Christmas up in the top corner here. There we are. I'm going to pop my piece for the inside of my card inside. Right there. And then the tree gets a lovely dimensionals treatment to make it stand up and shine out. Okay, looks like it's nearly dry. No spots came from when I put the tree down. Okay, I'll pop that over there. And then the last thing I'm using is this gorgeous white glittered ribbon. Now this, I'm going to tie a double ribbon. This was a ribbon bow technique that was shown to us years ago by the amazing Tennille Williams. And people can do this with bow folders as well. But what you do is just wrap the ribbon around your fingers and then tie a knot in the back. And with the beauty of video, you can go back later on. And I'm just going to put a double knot in that because this ribbon slips a little, and then slide it off my fingers. And I've got this gorgeous, opulent, luxurious ribbon to put onto my project. And I'm going to use my favourites, mini glue dots, to stick that ribbon onto my card. There we are. The other thing you can do with mini glue dots too is I could add some to the tails there as well. And peel you apart, little bow. There you go. My gorgeous shaded spruce Christmas tree. 2 cards done now. I'll be right by the time December comes. Thanks so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure doing card making with you. Oh, show me that cool bow again. Okay, ready? Do you need something dark in the background so that you can see? Rightio. So, I'm holding a tail between my thumb and my forefinger, and then wrapping around both fingers twice, and then holding the end of my ribbons, both of them there together, and then with my bottom tail, bring it up in between the two and tie a knot one-handed underneath. Okay, pull, pull, pull. Look at my painty fingers. Pull, 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 and then slide it off. I will do a double knot on this. So you do need to make sure you leave a decent tail when you create it, and then slide it off, and then you've got your gorgeous bow. It works beautifully with satin ribbons. It looks really amazing having a double bow. Very opulent like that. Okay, I hope that helped, Sharon, and thanks for asking me to do it again. And go back and have a look, rewind the video. Thank you. Bye bye now. See ya.